We we have to escape reality sometimes. Because we need a holiday from all our difficulties. When I was young, I was escaping reality by thinking. I left my senses and awareness of the world and went into my mind. I withdrew from the world and I started listening to music. And in the songs that I was hearing, I could sense a reality, or I got in touch with a reality that the songs represented, or the songs were able to translate the experience of the reality that the songwriter had done into songs, and I consumed the song to be part of the experience of the songwriter. And I think that I was able to experience the essence of the song often I experienced the essence of the song more accurate than the guy who wrote the song. So I ended up living in a constant need for information from songs. I was a consumer. And when I was 19 in 1981, I stopped consuming because I got crushed. I crashed and burned. And the result of the crash was that I had to spend the next 19 years of my life living inside myself with no accessibility to the outer world. I could not consume anything because my inner life was so fucked up that I couldn't use any of the information like building something from it. In 2000, I reconnected with myself, and I was able to start consuming again. I had finished off the work that I had been doing for 19 years inside myself to restore myself so I could start living again. So I started consuming again. And now we are in 2020. So another 19 years has passed. And now I find that I prefer experiencing my own life instead of listening to other people. I get less and less satisfaction from listening to YouTube videos. It's weird that I have had to be as old as 58 years to be able to start living my own life, doing my own music and paintings. I wasted all my life. And I'm beginning to understand why my life has been wasted. Unfortunately, it has to do with my family, my mother and father. I have been controlled by other people. I'm hoping to be able to explain these things better in the future. When you get a child, you have to give the child freedom to do whatever it wants to do. When God created you, He gave you free will so that you could go and explore your life the way that you needed to. When you get children, they also need to explore their lives their own way, and they need to be seen. If you have a child and you one day notice that this child is very fascinated by a piano or a guitar, it's very important that you don't try to get that child away from the instrument. It's their child's choice. I have made my own choices many times, and when I did, and my mother didn't like what I was doing, I quit. I stopped doing it. I think I was maybe 17 or 18 years old when I was developing this very strange ability to pick up the situation that I was in, and together with other people, and I translated the experience and the observation of the situation into a story. And I was able to tell the story extremely well. I remember I was eating dinner with my family. I have 3 sisters, and I used to tell stories. So, I remember I was telling a story, and my sister was listening very carefully to what I said, and she was clearly fascinated by every word that came out of my mouth. But suddenly she realized that I was talking about her, and she started crying. So I had hit the nail on the head. And I had been describing her and her life so well that it was shocking to her. This ability to tell stories like this, I was getting better and better at, until one day my mother was totally disgusted with it and angry. And she said, Jesus was talking in fables. I think the English word for it is fables. In Norwegian it's called lignelser. So Jesus was making up stories so that people could understand him. And I think that my mother disliked a lot that I was telling stories in a similar way that Jesus was. It really pissed her off. So she was really angry with me and asked me why I was doing it. And the weirdest thing is that it was the last time I could do it. I absolutely and totally lost the ability to make stories up like that because of my mother's reaction to me. She simply erased my ability. I had been building up this ability for a long time, and suddenly it was gone forever. This is a thing that happened many times in my life. So at the age of 58, I'm trying to establish some ability to paint and write music. And I have found that the only way that I can manage to do that is to live in total isolation, away from my family and away from everyone else.